There are lots of questions tonight after a brazen man out on bail walked into a police station, left his electronic monitoring device and walked out. Officer in charge of the Central Police Station, Ashton Greenslade, told ZNS News that Sean Lightburn walked into the station at about noon yesterday with the device wrapped in newspaper, then took off running. Officers pursued him but couldn't catch him. Now, Lightburn has since been captured. We have since spoken with the electronic monitoring company ICS, and according to them, they're in the process of upgrading all of the ankle bracelets, and that's why Lightburn was at the station in the first place. In this report, Clint Watson tells us that the breach highlights a problem that the ICS company has been concerned about for a while now.
Sean Lightburn, up until now, was considered a good candidate for the electronic monitoring program. Authorities claim they never had any problems with Lightburn, nor any attempts from him trying to get rid of the device before. On Wednesday, he was ironically scheduled to have his flex cuff converted to the new tough cuff, which all persons in the program will now wear to reduce chances of tampering. While en route to the Central Police Station for the process to take place, he reportedly began cutting the cuff. The drive long enough so that by the time he arrived at the station, he placed a ban on the front desk and fled, later turning himself in. Manager of Surveillance, CCTV Systems and Monitoring Services at ICS Bahamas Limited, Melvin Ferguson, says this hammered home their reason for upgrading the devices from the flexi cuff, which minor offenders used, to the tough cuff, which previously more serious offenders used.
This jurisdiction, we have more cuts than any other jurisdiction in the world that electronic monitoring is being used. So it caught us by surprise. That's why we started out with this. Many parts of the world, people pay to be in a program like this. So to have 1-2 cuffs cut a year is almost impossible. But we've had 5.
The company has not gone without criticism. Former co-chair of the National Crime Commission, Bishop Simeon Hall, who recommended the system, says the company should implement some measure of recall. There are currently 263 people on the monitoring system, and ICS is moving quickly to convert everyone to the tough cuff. We asked Ferguson if, in his view, the flexi cuff failed to meet standards since they've had to convert everyone to a more secure band.
You know, I wouldn't say it failed. I would say that based on the creativity of our people, there are people, certain people they're just going to try it. And like I said, the numbers just are more higher here than any other jurisdiction. So we just, like any other technology or device, you need to upgrade and keep up with what the current trend is.
Ferguson says they've had no problems with the tough cuff and are convinced it will eliminate the few challenges they've experienced, although it's more costly. The monitoring system has proven to be a strong tool in fighting crime. While on one hand it can be used to declare someone's innocence, it also has been used to capture criminals. It's important to note that not everyone on bail is on the electronic monitoring system. Ferguson feels it should be used more, particularly in tracking rapists and murderers.
Recidivism is somewhat high, and we know that people, especially when they're released and have not had any counseling, can recommit or tend to recommit again. So with a device like this on, it will assist the police in a great way. If people are on bail and they are attached to a bracelet, it makes it so much more easier to pick up. It makes it so much more easier to say, where was this person a month ago? Where was he 2 weeks ago? We had an offense or an occurrence at this address. Was he there?
Now, we can tell you at no point was the individual never not monitored. He was being monitored through the entire process. We can also tell you that he most likely will face even greater consequences, as he will now have to return to court to face the result of his action. Clint Watson, ZNS News.